Soft late-afternoon light filters through the narrow streets of Madrid. The air hums with the sound of scooters and laughter echoing off sun-warmed walls. Noah steps out of her car, clutching her phone, nervous energy running through her fingers. She's new here, a stranger in a new home, a new school, a new rhythm. Nick leans against a motorcycle, leather jacket catching the glow of the fading sun. His expression carries that effortless rebellion, a mix of charm and danger. When their eyes meet, there's a flicker, something unspoken that neither wants to acknowledge. The camera lingers on their gazes, Noah's curiosity, Nick's quiet amusement. The world blurs around them. A slow-motion pull-in shot captures the electricity. He smirks. "You're the new girl." She nods, unsure whether to be polite or defensive. He walks closer, close enough that she can smell his cologne, a sharp mix of smoke and sea air. Their first almost kiss isn't physical, it's a look that lasts too long. The audience feels it before they do, the start of something they'll both try to deny. Evening. The city lights shimmer in puddles. Noah runs for cover under an old iron-roofed bus stop as rain begins to fall. Her hair is damp, her heartbeat louder than the storm. Nick pulls in seconds later, his motorbike splashing through water. He shakes off the rain and looks at her with that half-smile, the one that says he knew she'd be there. "You're following me?" she teases. "You wish." Lightning flashes, and for a heartbeat, their silhouettes glow in the electric light. He steps closer. The sound of rain fills the silence between them. Their first kiss happens not in passion, but in confusion, the kind of kiss that begins as a mistake and ends as revelation. Nick hesitates, then leans in. Noah doesn't move. The camera circles around them, raindrops streaking through the light, lips meeting in a slow, trembling press that feels like surrender. They pull apart, breathless. Noah's voice shakes. "That wasn't supposed to happen." "Yeah," Nick says quietly. "But it did." The rain becomes heavier, drowning out everything else. Days pass. The tension grows. They act like nothing happened, but every time they pass in the hallway, every look, every brush of shoulders, reignites that storm. One night, Noah sneaks out to the balcony to clear her thoughts. The night sky is deep violet, city lights flickering below. Nick is there already, leaning on the railing, smoking. "You can't sleep either?" he asks. "Not with you out here." They both laugh softly, a little nervously. The world quiets again. Wind sweeps Noah's hair across her face, and Nick, without thinking, tucks a strand behind her ear. His fingers linger against her cheek. This time, the kiss is slower, deliberate. The kind of kiss that builds with every heartbeat, soft lips, uneven breathing, eyes half closed. The camera closes in, catching the glimmer of city lights reflected in their eyes. She pushes him away for a moment, whispering, "We can't." "Then stop me," he says, voice low. Daytime. The contrast shifts, sunlight floods the scene, harsh and honest. They're sitting across from each other at a long wooden table, pretending to study. Books lie open but untouched. Noah tries to concentrate, but Nick's gaze burns holes in her focus. He leans forward, his hand brushing hers under the table. Her pencil falls to the floor. When she bends to pick it up, he meets her halfway, their faces inches apart under the desk. A brief, stolen kiss. Quick, quiet, reckless. The tension explodes when the door opens suddenly, her friend enters, catching nothing but their startled expressions. They exchange guilty glances, hearts racing. The forbidden quality of it makes it even stronger. The golden hour returns, sunlight pouring over the highway, wind rushing past. Noah clings to Nick as they ride fast through the countryside, the horizon melting into orange fire. Her laughter fills the air. For a few minutes, they're free, no rules, no guilt, no fear. When they stop near the cliffs overlooking the sea, the silence feels sacred. Nick takes off his helmet, his hair messy and his eyes softer than she's ever seen. Why are you looking at me like that? Because you're not who I thought you were. He leans in, their foreheads touching. The kiss that follows is deep and unhurried, waves crashing below them, gulls soaring overhead. It's a kiss that seals a promise neither can keep. The scene fades out with a wide drone shot, the ocean, the cliffs, and two souls lost in something beautiful and dangerous. The world turns colder. A party, neon lights, loud music, bodies moving. Noah watches from across the room as another girl touches Nick's arm. Something in her chest twists. Later, outside under the harsh blue glow of street lamps, she confronts him. Why do you care? He challenges. Because I shouldn't, but I do. The argument burns, fueled by pride and fear. Then suddenly, silence, that fragile moment before the storm breaks. He grabs her hand, pulls her close, and kisses her hard, desperate, angry. This kiss isn't soft like before, it's raw, filled with every word they can't say. When it ends, they're both shaking. You drive me insane, she whispers. Good, he says. Because you do the same to me. Camera pans up to the night sky, fireworks explode in the distance, but their eyes stay locked. A week passes. Everyone around them feels the tension, but nobody knows the truth. Nick and Noah steal glances in crowded rooms, text each other in hidden moments, and meet where no one will look, in the quiet corners of the house, or beneath the bleachers after class. It's late afternoon when they find themselves alone again, behind the gym. The sunlight falls through the chain-link fence, casting golden patterns over their faces. Noah looks nervous. Someone's going to see us. Then let them, Nick murmurs. He steps closer, brushing his thumb across her lips before kissing her, a soft, lingering touch that builds with each second. The camera circles them, light flickering between the fence lines. Every breath, every tremble feels amplified. The world outside fades. All that exists is the heat of their kiss, the sound of her heartbeat, the dangerous sweetness of something forbidden. When they finally pull apart, her voice trembles. We're going to get caught. Then we'll run, he replies, half smiling, half serious. Montage, their phones lighting up in the dark. Messages flash, you awake? Can't sleep. Meet me. The sequence is wordless but full of emotion. We see Noah sneaking out through her bedroom window, barefoot on cool tiles. Nick waits under the streetlight, hands in pockets, every shadow around him alive with tension. When she reaches him, they don't speak. They just fall into each other, a hungry, quiet kiss under the pale silver moon. The sound design is minimal, distant dogs barking, the hum of the city, and the faint click of her bracelet as she grips his jacket. They break apart, breathless. Nick presses his forehead to hers. If I could freeze this moment. Don't, she whispers. It'll hurt more when it ends. The scene fades out on their silhouettes, wrapped together in the dark. Tension peaks. Nick's temper and Noah's defiance collide one night when he drives too fast after an argument. The scene cuts sharply, headlights flashing, the car skidding on wet asphalt, her scream echoing. When they finally stop, the world is silent but for the rain. Noah steps out, shaking. Her mascara runs, her hands trembling with adrenaline and fear. Nick follows her, guilt painted across his face. Are you hurt? You could have killed us. She turns to leave, but he catches her arm. The argument dies in the air. They look at each other, soaked, broken, terrified. Then she kisses him. It's not gentle, it's survival. The kiss carries fear, anger, and love all at once, the desperate need to know they're both still alive. Rain falls harder, soaking them through. The camera pulls back slowly, letting the chaos of weather mirror their hearts. When they finally stop, she whispers. Don't ever scare me like that again. He nods, voice rough. I won't. Not you. The next day, they escape. A secluded beach far from the city. The camera pans over waves crashing